Internalizing the body language of ghosts, a poem. You never responded to the result of your actions, the terrible end product that would never end, that always set ends to everybody and everything in slow motion, in taut motion, yours, everlasting, ever burdening, her shoulders molded by your condemnations, the pitfall of your nails, the flesh, her salty skin on the bed, on the tip of your tongue, stardust erased, forgotten, swallowed in a haze. Your mother told you how awful women were, how despicable, how stupid. She fought against her own sex, disconnected from herself and her body, the men that beat her, put on a pedestal man's right. She let destruction happen to her, teaching her boys that women are the worst, and she would take their punches. Orchestrating her own demise. Why and for what? They'd see her as the only exception, maybe that was the point, the holy mother, the only good woman amongst them all. But she hated herself. She didn't live, she gave her life to you. You devoured it, took every piece of her flesh. She considered it rubbish, disemboweled, away with it, away from her. Misogyny in women, the sex unfelt and gone, the breasts in the way, untouched, unappreciated, robotic. She banished them from her body, out of mind, flesh bursting from her flesh, nothing more. She unsexed herself, dehumanized herself, for the sake of raising boys. She broke them. They internalized her self-loathing, her depreciation of everything female, so cold, so repulsed. And she had a daughter, the weak link, the body of pure agony, the sufferer, all of them. I wonder how she must have felt under your mother's damaged wings, the father's permanent violence, showing it off, the vicious power, the abuse, his hands, his fists, his fits, how he was still the king of his own world, everybody crouched and shivering, wanting to be hurt, wanting to feel connected through pain that the child misinterprets as love. It's what they could get from them, all they could get, the comfort of the familiar, the prison, still idealized, still praised, still replicated, nurtured. There's a reason why you were the way you were. There's a reason why she's mentally ill. Stuck in a marriage, taking the beatings, letting her son be shunned, nowhere to be found. The code of honor is to never break those vicious cycles. Every generation owning it to the other to stick to the inherited guns, fights loyal to the dead, and wade through the same old godforsaken shit. All of you mentally insane, planting the seeds, keeping it going, the mother beaten to death, the brother collapsing from one mental institution that has nothing to do with healing to the next, almost eviscerating his own family with his urge for decomposition. The daughter seems a lost cause too, addicted to the suffering, thinking she couldn't do it as well and gracefully as her mother, couldn't live up to her mother, accepting the sickness to spread. She's doing the same thing to her daughter, devouring her, needing her until death parts them both. And then there's you. You, the other brother. You who fled, but took it all with you anyhow, just to end up creating your own version of it. Thinking you're liberated, without ever realizing that every single part of you was still living in that war zone that never wanted to end, until almost all of us shut you out, cut it out, stopped it, then and there, here and now, every single day.